Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this interview, I will be giving my commentary on episode 1 of season 11 of Basketball Wives. So I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I feel like production, they definitely stuck to a classic script, of someone spilling some tea, then someone plays, the game of telephone and they tell one person and they take it back to the person that was talked about. And then there's the confrontation at the end. Definitely that's like a classic playbook, classic play out of a playbook for reality TV. So before we get into the deets, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video because it will cause YouTube to put this video in its algorithm and recommend it to more people who enjoy watching Basketball Wives. Perhaps, it's something about the show that keeps them tuning in, even when it seems like a train wreck. They still want to support it. That's how I am about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. I do work hard to bring you a variety of content. I made a video earlier today about Nene Leakes and her saying that she's a relationship person. I've even done videos about the whole Shirley Strawberry Ernesto saga. I do some TV show recaps like Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I talk about my natural hair care journey with my locks. All right, so with all of that being said, let's jump right on in. So, episode 1 opens up with Brooke. She is giving herself a very sexy photo shoot. She wanted to feel good. And of course, she said, that she has had, quite a year from getting a divorce to losing her daughter. I'm sure that you remember it's been about a year now, if not several months, since her daughter passed away after being in a car accident. So I definitely give my condolences to Brooke, as well as her daughter's family and friends who miss her. And I'm very sorry for the loss. They say that it is quite unnatural for a parent to bury their child. I can only imagine. But Brooke said in this opening scene that she knows that her daughter would want her to live her life. So she definitely went all out for this photo shoot. I thought she looked beautiful. Her body looked amazing. And it was definitely some photos that she could always cherish. And it was definitely, a sexy photo shoot where she could probably send those pictures to someone who is worthy and would not do any revenge stuff, okay? Like you know who. But moving right along, then we see Jennifer Williams. I have to say, I have a soft spot in my heart for Jennifer Williams. I can remember like looking up her career as a realtor. I don't know if she is still like a practicing realtor, but she specialized in high end properties in the state of New Jersey back in the day. And she is the ex wife of retired NBA player Eric Williams. She now has a new boyfriend named Christian. And in this scene, that's who she was on the phone with. As you can see, she is in a lingerie store shopping for things to model for her man before he takes it all off. But Jen is in a very great place. She and Christian have been dating for 6 months, and she calls herself Zen Jen. So I'm very happy for her. So then we see Vanessa Ryder. Vanessa is married to Isaiah Ryder. He is a retired NBA player, and they have been together for a very long time. She said that they've been married for 14 years, but I believe that they met when they were even younger, I think like late teens, and then several years went by and then they got married. So, but they have been married for 14 years, and she is actually training Jackie right now. So Jackie is letting her into her home. Jackie wants to get in shape, and Vanessa works in the health and fitness industry. So she's going to be training Jackie. And when she came over in this scene, she was bringing over vegetables, spinach, ginger, lemons, and I think they were going to juice all of that up. And Jackie was already drinking the brown liquor. Vanessa said it's 11 a.m. and she told her if you want to lose, you're gonna have to give up the alcohol and the sugar. And Jackie says when she can't sleep, she wakes up at 3 a.m. and she eats ice cream. Oh my gosh. So hopefully Vanessa can help her break those habits. So then we see Evelyn Lozada. Of course, you know, she is back on the show. She was gone for a couple of seasons after triggering all of us for her alleged, in my opinion, colorist remarks towards OG. And of course, also the ignorant comments that she said to Cece, you know, with Cece being Asian, and she made a comment like saying like she worked at a nail salon and gave her like this stereotypical name in the middle of a heated argument. So they pretty much did here what they're doing with Erica Mena and Love and Hip Hop. They just sat Evelyn Lozada out for a couple of seasons and then they're bringing her back. It's kind of like the ultimate disrespect, a slap in the face, but we'll have to see how Evelyn moves throughout this season 11. She's with her beautiful daughter, Shanice. Shanice, to me, I feel a couple of ways about her beauty. She reminds me of Pocahontas with the beautiful wave in her hair. And then she also reminds me of the singer Vanity. She was one of Prince's proteges. You know, nasty girl, do you think I'm a nasty girl? That's who Shanice also reminds me of. But anyway, so in this scene, they are talking about Evelyn being reunited with Jennifer. You know that Evelyn was very mad at Jen for alleged remarks that Jen made about Shanice. Jen definitely outright denies it. She's been knowing Shanice since she was 6 years old, a very long time. But you know, Evelyn says, I do think that there is some truth to what was brought back to me. And so she does believe, to some extent at least, that Jennifer did talk ish about her daughter Shanice. I feel like more than likely Jennifer probably did gossip about Shanice, but for whatever reason, she's not going to come clean and just tell Evelyn, probably because she does not want Evelyn going upside her head. Jen definitely never came across as a physical fighter, but I could see her talking smack about the girl, and then she doesn't have the balls to admit it to Evelyn. You all let me know in the comments if you think that Jennifer did say some negative things about Evelyn's daughter, Shanice. Also, this is Lavelle in the top right corner. It has been reported that Evelyn and Lavelle have already broken up, but at the time of this episode, they were engaged. As you know, Lavelle and Evelyn met on the reality TV show Queen's Court. If you have a Peacock subscription, you can watch Queen's Court there. I could not get past the first episode, but I will admit to you that dating reality TV shows, dating game shows are not my thing. I do not enjoy watching them. When I was younger, like an undergrad, I did watch The Bachelor from my dorm room, but I'm telling you, when The Bachelor would come on, if you walk down the hall in the dorms, all of us girls were watching The Bachelor. So I think it just kind of seeped into my blood, and I was watching it because all of the girls in the dorm was watching The Bachelor. But after that, once I entered like my mid-20s, I was over it. And I don't do the dating game shows. So I could not get into Queen's Court. But this, at the time of this episode, this was Evelyn's man, and she seemed very happy. She said that he's educated, he owns his own business. And, you know, he was really kind to her. She said that, you know, her exes, they were not kind to her. So I just wanted to give you that tidbit of information on her man at the time. So then we see where Jackie and Vanessa, they decide to have lunch. They decide to meet up again. And Jackie asks Vanessa if she's ever experienced her husband Isaiah cheating on her. And Vanessa pretty much said yes. She did not explicitly say yes. She said that around the pandemic, you know, Carnival 20, Vanessa was very suspicious. Vanessa said that she actually put a tracker in her husband Isaiah's vehicle, and then she also put cameras in the house. Now, these are my thoughts on that. If you have to snoop around, if you have to try and figure out how to look through your man's phone, look to see if there's any love letters or photos of another woman, you probably just need to self review and see if this is a relationship that you need to stay in. Because if you feel the desire to snoop, you pretty much already have the answers to your questions. And in my opinion, once you start snooping, you're going to find something and it might hurt your feelings. So you definitely want to think twice. So, an extension of that, a spinoff of that is if you feel like you have to put the tracker in your car and you have to put cameras in the house, perhaps he is not trustworthy. So that just definitely, I thought that was so wild. Let me know in the comments what you all thought about Vanessa going to such extreme measures to try and catch her man cheating. Next, we see Jen with her boyfriend Christian. I think that he's a cutie pie. I think he's like fine. And they seem to have really good chemistry. He is younger than Jen. I don't think that that matters, especially, once someone is 21, they can drink legally. Once they're 25, they can get a rental car, rent a hotel room. A 25 that's old enough to have a master's degree or working. You may even buy a house. So with every few years, that little age gap that can just get lesser and lesser. Like it's all about the individual and how mature they are. Are they a good listener? Do they try and understand where you are in life? Are they compassionate? Are they generous? Are they honest? Will they not cheat? Are they not abusive? Not so much as the age. I thought that where they were at the poolside, I thought it was beautiful with the like rolling mountains in the background. Such a gorgeous scene. That's one thing about Basketball Wives is that they're going to give you the beauty that is in California. And so I love the visuals. Similar to how I feel about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It is absolutely gorgeous. But anyway, Jen was telling Christian in this scene about her apprehension to go to Evelyn Lozada's party where she was celebrating her return to the group. And she said, I'm just nervous because we haven't seen each other in years and she's been really mad at me. And she told Christian, I wish that you could come with me and be my comfort. So that just really spoke to me that like Jen is really comfortable in this relationship. Christian has a peace about him that illuminates and she can pick up on it, during their time together as a couple. So I am very happy for Jen in that regard. And then she said, well, I'm kind of glad that you won't be coming with me because I also don't want to expose you to any negative energy. So just as he pours into Jen, she's just as equally protective of him. And I thought that that was very sweet. But also, she's going to talk later with Brooke about the seriousness of their relationship. So we'll circle back around to Jen and Christian. So then in this scene, Jackie has lunch with Evelyn. Evelyn lets Jackie know about her, welcome back party and that she was inviting her. And Evelyn tells Jackie that you can bring whomever you want. And in this scene, Jackie says, oh, I can't wait, to hear about your man, Lavelle, who has stolen your heart. And Evelyn says, he came here for 3 weeks. And, I was like, oh my gosh, I need a breather. I need a moment because she says she was not used to being up under a man 24/7. And also Jackie in this scene brings up Vanessa. And Evelyn says, I kind of know of Vanessa, my his ex-girlfriend before me is like close friends with Vanessa. That's all I know. And then, of course, Jackie told Evelyn how Vanessa put the tracker in her husband's vehicle and she put cameras in the home. And, Evelyn was saying, why would you want to live like that? And I have to admit, I definitely agree with Evelyn on that. So then we see where, so Vanessa actually reached out to Jen and said she wanted to meet with her and like have lunch. And, Jen was saying, like, oh my gosh, I don't really know her and I don't really want to make any more new friends. But she said, okay, fine, whatever. So in this scene, y'all, Vanessa actually tells Jen that she has a problem with Evelyn because she said that her friend Amy was dating Carl Crawford when Evelyn entered the picture. They had not broke up. She had been with him for 12 years, and that allegedly Carl cheated on Vanessa's friend Amy with Evelyn. And so Vanessa said, if you mess with my family, you mess with me. And they call me the bill collector. I thought that was like corny funny. But, like she's the bill collector. And when she checks you, I guess like the bill is due. She's coming to collect. So Jen was kind of uneasy to get this information because she wants to start off on the right foot with Evelyn and she doesn't want to make it seem like she's sitting here with Vanessa gossiping about her. But then we all know what Jen is going to do with this piece of information. So then Jen, of course, has a spa day with Brooke, which they are just two beautiful brown skinned sisters. I felt like they were glowing in this scene, okay? It was just gorgeous. And I feel like I've always felt like Jennifer Williams is one of the most beautiful basketball wives, just that brown skin beauty that is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, she spilled the tea to Brooke what Vanessa told her about Evelyn and her friend Amy and Carl. And Brooke is like, oh my gosh, yes, she doesn't even know you and she's giving you this information. And so the game of telephone, it has begun and it's not going to stop at Brooke. So then we're at Evelyn's welcome back party. So in the top left corner, I was trying to get an angle of like the balloon arch. I love the colors of like the rose gold, pink, and cream. I thought that was gorgeous. Just like on Love and Marriage Huntsville, this was another party planner that was, there putting everything together as the guests were walking in. But, whatever. I guess that's just what some people do. And we also met Jay Seal. Jay Seal is originally from Mississippi. She is engaged to Natasha Howard. Natasha is a WNBA player. So Jacille shows up for Evelyns Party. So she is one of the newbies that I'm sure that you've heard about that will just really bring it season 11 of Basketball Wives. So I thought that that was cool also just for us to see, a lesbian couple and on the reality TV show. I think that that brings a lot of flavor and just some freshness to the show. So we'll have to see how things play out with Jay Sill. You all let me know in the comments what you think, she'll add to the show. So lastly, we meet Brittany Renner. She is in the picture all the way to the left. And she has been really at odds with the father of her child, an NBA player. She said that they share joint custody. She said, you really don't know what I go through. It's just a big deal if he could even be kind to me. So I kind of feel bad. I could like almost sense the stress that is in her life. Evelyn has really taken to Britney. She said that Britney reminds her of her younger self. She's been in the media allegedly for throwing a drink on someone, and it just sounds like Britney is like a firecracker. I feel like at this point, the name Britney just equals firecracker, just out there, right? With the behavior between Britney Spears, even like rest in peace, Britney Murphy, just something about them, very vibrant firecracker. So I feel like that's what we're going to get with Brittany Renner. But I wanted to show you all Jen's apprehension. Look at her like almost clutching her pearls. And it is during the scene where Brooke has just pulled Evelyn to the side to tell her that Vanessa was talking ish about her to Jen. So then Brooke walks up to Vanessa. She goes, hi, I'm Brooke. I'm just now meeting you, but I was given some information on some things that you said about Evelyn. So then she said, let's sit here and talk. So then Jen is watching their conversation because she doesn't want any trouble with Evelyn. And she says in her confessional, this doesn't really involve me. It indirectly involves me because Vanessa told me, but I'm not in it. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. So then she's watching them. I just thought it was hilarious how she was looking. And so Vanessa tells Evelyn, I don't like home wreckers. And my friend Amy was holding Carl down for 12 years when you stepped into the picture. And, Evelyn says, you need to watch who you're calling a home wrecker because number one, we are 10 years out from when I first started dating Carl. And according to what he told me, he and Amy had broken up. And Vanessa says, how can that be when she was pregnant? There was a baby on the way. And Evelyn said, well, no, Carl told me when I met him, I'm having a baby with my ex. Evelyn says that those are the words that Carl told her. So according to what she knew, he was not cheating on Amy with her. So what do you all think? It sounded like I didn't get the sense that Evelyn was lying. Now whether or not that ninja Carl was lying to her 10 years ago, that's a totally different picture. That's a totally different situation. But I believe Evelyn, the words that she said that Carl told her. I do believe that that conversation took place. Now, whether or not Carl was still sleeping with his ex or, was telling her things that made her think that they were going to get back together, who knows? But I definitely think that he did tell Evelyn, I'm having a baby with my ex. And, she believed him. But, bringing up something that happened 10 years ago, that's definitely whack. And it's giving the newbie who just wants to have a moment with one of the OGs of the show. It's giving Courtney Rhodes and Candy from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I have a feeling if Vanessa keeps it up, Evelyn's going to have to check her and it won't be pretty. But again, I thought it was a pretty solid episode with the game of telephone and the bone collecting. And I have a feeling that this season of Basketball Wives, it is going to be entertaining. Let me know in the comments what your expectations are for this season. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I really appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. We're going to have an amazing day tomorrow. It'll be hump day and I will talk with you all soon. Good night.